that gravity is mass attracting mass, which is objectively not the case anymore. It can't be the case. The Earth quite literally cannot be a ball that orbits the sun with mass attracting mass. Newtonian mechanics can't exist. And I'm sure we'll get into that. And I don't know why people keep invoking it. But one thing I want to point out that I think is an easy way to kind of go ahead and end the conversation is we have an electric field on the Earth. Okay? So we have a uniform electric field. It's vertical on the Earth, and you can measure the electric field, right? It has equipotential lines. It's 100 volts per meter, meaning there's an equal increase of potential every 100 or every meter. It's 100 volts, right? So there's equipotential lines within a vertical electric field on the Earth, and it's uniform. Okay, this is physically impossible on a sphere. You can take a conductive sphere and put it in an electric field, and because the charge is distributed radially, it will not be uniform. This is a fact. You cannot have a uniform electric field on a sphere. So the very electric field we observe on the Earth proves that the Earth is in fact not a sphere, because again, there will be spherical radial distribution of charge. What you would have is concentric circles serving as your equipotential surfaces or lines, and then you would not have a uniform electric field. Now, just to read Feynman here to explain it, another thing that can be measured in addition to the potential gradient that we just discussed is the current in the atmosphere. The current density is small, about 10 microamps, crosses each square meter parallel to the Earth. The air is evidently not a perfect insulator, and because of this conductivity, a small current caused by the electric field we have just been describing passes from the sky down to the Earth. Okay, and you can measure it, you can run a generator off of it, actually. Now, the question would be, if there's constantly a downward electric current on the Earth, would that create a downward bias? Would downward electric pressure be caused by the downward electric current? The answer is, of course, yes. Yes, we would have a downward bias because there's always a downward electric current. To get more specific, although the electric current density in the air is only a few microamps per square meter, there are very many square meters on the Earth's surface. The total electric current reaching the Earth's surface at any time is very nearly constant at 1800 amps. This current, of course, is quote-unquote positive. It carries a plus charge to the Earth. We have a voltage supply of 400,000 volts with a current of 1800 amps, a power of 700 megawatts at any given time. Now, that's assuming the size of the Earth. It's actually greater than that. So to kind of break this down, I hope everyone's following. People refer to the fact that things fall as gravity. That is allegedly the effect of gravity. That is little g. It is 9.8 meters per second squared. That is not gravity, as in the cause of things going down. It is things going down. You can actually solve for that with kinematic equation. You can actually solve for that using Coulomb's law. There's an equivalence that has been proven in the electromagnetic nature of gravity, a paper written by Konstantin Meiss, who sat on the board of Nuclear Physics Institute, right? That you can actually have an equivalence with electrostatics. Now, important to note, everything does not fall at 9.8 meters per second squared. That is a misnomer. People are taught everything falls at the same rate and mass attracts mass. It's a very simple layman way to explain things to people when they're younger in school. The reality is things fall at different rates. What a coincidence that the electric field creating the electric current is very nearly constant, just like the rate at which things fall. So that right there explains things falling on the Earth and why there's a downward bias, why it's nearly constant, but it fluctuates. Gravimeters have proven that things fall at different rates during thunderstorms, and mass and quote-unquote gravity have been excluded as a possible explanation. I have all of these papers. I'll drop them as they're requested. In addition, so that gets rid of the spherical claim. You cannot have a uniform vertical electric field with equipotential surfaces on a sphere. That's physically impossible.